Hello, YouTube. It's your boy Nathan coming here to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 Days, Season 8, Episode 19. Now the party. So we're just going to get into it. It's the last episode, it's the regular season finale. And we got the tell-all in the next couple of weeks and stuff and everything. So this episode, not much went done. Everybody's just saying their final goodbyes and stuff and everything. There's a couple little things we need to discuss. I want to start with Elise and Joshua because Elise and Joshua, so after they had that crazy experience, ape selling last week, and that was the name of what they did last week that Elise had the panic attack on, and after all those serious conversations, it's Elise's last night before she goes back. And we open up with the episode with her crying because apparently Joshua had invited some friends over and some girls over for like a little mini party and stuff and everything. And Elise got really mad and they got into a big fight over it. And he leaves and turns off his location and stuff and everything. Well, Elise is crying and then he comes back. Like, we seen her talking to the roommate and everything. The roommate, Chris, was just like, I'm just staying out of it. I tend to stay out of couples' problems and stuff and everything. So eventually Joshua comes back and they have a conversation about it. And we just got nowhere. Now Joshua did say that he did ask at least that they can bring those people over, and he said that she said yes, but then she changed her mind. I could see that and everything, but I don't know. So he drives her off to the airport. They really don't know where the relationship stands. Like, how do we go from here? Are you like, I don't even think you're my person, Elise says, basically. Yeah, like I really don't know where this relationship stands between the two of them, So Elise gets on the plane back to Miami. It wasn't the best goodbye moment ever. So yeah, this recap is gonna be really quick, y'all. Really quick, because yeah, like I said, not much went down. So yeah, but that was Elise and Joshua. Next couple I want to talk is Aviva and Stig. Now this was surprising. Now, remember in the last couple of weeks, they got engaged. And for a while on social media, I've seen that Aviva and Stig were not following each other, and I was curious to know what happened. Well, Stig broke off the engagement. We seen Aviva like just talking to the producers, just crying and bawling her eyes out. Like, he sent her a text message saying we should end things. Now he thinking that she cheated and stuff, and we'll find out more on the tell-all, and I'll talk about a little bit more when we preview the tell-all. So he thinks that she cheated, but she did not see this coming. She said that he broke up with her over text, and then like right after that he was posting pictures and stories and videos with him and other girls. Now the thing also about Stig too, he made a diss track about Aviva and stuff, and I heard the diss track and it was crazy. It was crazy. It was disrespectful and stuff and everything. He is a piece of crap, in my opinion. He is a piece of crap. I don't know what Aviva did and stuff, and we were all pulling for Aviva and Stig. We were all pulling for them, but yeah, Stig just proved to be one of those little famous rappers, wannabe rappers that ain't all right. I said he's better than Usman, but he's still got the same mentality as Usman, in my opinion. So we'll figure out more what fully happened at the tell-all, but yeah, what a piece, like for real. Like that was a big disappointment. Stig turned out to be a big disappointment. Real disappointment. So yeah, that was Aviva and Stig. Next couple I want to talk about my favorite couple, my people, is Javon and Annalyn. So Javon and Annalyn last week did their beautiful vow renewal ceremony. Throughout the season, the problem with them was Javon just doesn't seem interested in stuff and everything. He doesn't love his wife and all that misconceptions. He loves his wife, and he loves his wife so much that he knocked her up. Okay. Annalyn says in this episode that that sorry, Annalyn says in this episode that she is feeling nauseous and everything, and um and so she took a pregnancy test, and the test came back positive and stuff and everything. So Javon and Annalyn are pregnant and stuff and everything. And this was everybody's wonder of the whole season, like, is Annalyn pregnant and stuff? And it was just confirmed and stuff and everything. As soon as she gets pregnant, though, he has to go back to America. He actually extended his visa after they did the vow renewal. He extended his visa to travel with Annalyn to make some memories. Annalyn said that they got busy and producers asked her, doing what? She's like, oh my God, we had a lot of sex. Hey, no holding back, girl. And yes, y'all did. And so then, he packs up his stuff and takes off to the airport, and they say their goodbyes and stuff. But judging by the previews of the tell-all, it looks like he went back to the Philippines because he's with her on camera, with her on the screen and stuff. So I'm assuming he went back to the Philippines to be with her, which is romantic and stuff and everything. So congratulations to Javon and Annalyn. They had the better happy ending. Nobody predicted they would have a happy ending. They had a happy ending. All right. So congratulations to them. So that was the next couple is my other favorite couple, Forrest and Sheena. They same thing, just keep them brief. Mother Molly still has her concerns and stuff and everything. Sheena's crying and everything. Forrest is saying, this is not goodbye. We're going to be together very soon and stuff and everything. And, she's crying. Molly's just like, okay, get me out of here, basically, and stuff and everything. So, so yeah, yeah. So Forrest and Sheena say their goodbyes and stuff. Molly did say she is happy that she saw Forrest for staying with her, which, yeah, she was right. She was right about that, and I said that last week. The thing is, she doesn't have to bully Sheena about it and stuff and everything. So that was my thing with Mother. It's okay to have your concerns, but you don't have to bully her over it. So yeah. Skimming right through, guys. Yeah, like I said, this is just going to be a brief recap. Next couple I want to talk is, who's those? Laura and Bear Khan. So we've seen Laura and Bear Khan in this episode after making up over the whole Michael thing. Him playing some soccer. They went to go play some soccer and everything. Just had to chill for their little last day together. And then BearCon actually takes some kind of customized jewelry, and he decided to propose to Laura, and Laura said yes. So Laura and BearCon are engaged. Am I surprised? Not really, and stuff. And so after they got engaged, Laura's getting ready to head back to America, and she's actually going to go back with Michael. So they went back to Michael's room and everything, and, Bear Con and Michael actually had, Michael said that Bear Con's actually a good guy. He's a little young, but he's actually a good guy and everything. So yeah, I'm excited. But Laura told him that she's engaged to him and everything. Bear Con and Michael acting like all buddies now and everything. So now Laura's just trying to figure out what to do with him and stuff and everything. So yeah. So Laura and Bear Con and Michael, they do their goodbyes and stuff. Laura and Michael head back to America together and everything. Now, judging by the previews of the tell-all, and I'll get to in a little bit, is that it looks like Laura and Michael are not cool. So we'll see. So yeah, that was Laura and Bear Con. Next couple I want to talk is Lisa and Daniel. I was hoping we did not see them in this episode. But here's something interesting that happened. So Lisa's been back now for a month from Nigeria. And we seen her walking with her daughter Faith and stuff. Apparently, Daniel has been a little shady. Apparently, okay, I guess Lisa and Faith have access to his emails and text messages or whatever in his phone or whatever, his contact list or whatever. and they found somebody in their in his phone called Wifey number two or something like that. And so Faith actually messaged the number saying, "Hey, do you know Daniel?" And she's like, "Yeah, what can I do for you?" He's like, "Well, you're in his phone as his wife, but his wife is really his mom and stuff and everything. It's my mom and everything." And then the girl was just like, "Please don't message me again, and don't and leave me alone from this." So Lisa's having a fit and just like, "Who is this woman and why won't she talk?" So, and she says she hasn't heard from Daniel that much ever since she's been back from Nigeria and stuff and everything. So now she's driving and she finally gets a call from Daniel and says, and to confront him about it and stuff and everything. He said he's been super busy. She says she's been busy, but she still makes time for him because she's working 3 jobs. And what else? So she confronts him and says, like, now he's questioning everything, but she was like, "I'm questioning everything now too. Who is this wifey woman you got in your phone?" And freaking Daniel starts denying it, and he starts gaslighting Lisa and stuff and everything. And Lisa was just like, "Don't gaslight me. I do have the screenshots and everything, and I'll send them to you." And he's like, "There you go again with the accusations of me and everything. After all we've been through and all that, you think I'm gonna do that to you?" She's like, "I have to prove, Daniel. Don't do this to me and stuff and everything." So he still kept on denying it and stuff and everything. And Lisa was just like, "You know what? I'm done. We're done with this relationship. Goodbye. I'm hanging up on you and I'm never talking to you again." And everything. Click. Oh my god. I was so hoping that this saga would be over. I was hoping we didn't see them again and stuff and everything, but we had to see that crap and everything. So yeah. So yeah, that was Lisa and Daniel. And the last couple I want to talk is Rick and Trisha, keeping them really brief. Rick is at the airport, still crying and stuff and everything. Trish actually shows up to the airport, surprisingly, and everything, and says her the goodbyes to him. And she actually gave him a gift. They were supposed to get this outfit, a matching uniforms, matching clothes or whatever that they're supposed to wear. Rick was crying. He ran into Trisha's arms and everything. Trish said that she kind of wanted to work, but she was just like, "You're still not going to block your ex, are you? You're just going to go home to your ex and everything." And he's just like, "I wanted to work and everything. It's not like I'm going back to her and everything." But Trish don't really believe him and stuff and everything. Now, after they said their goodbyes, the producers asked Rick, "Are you going to finally block your ex right now?" And he just still couldn't do it. He still cannot do it. He's just like, I don't think I could do it and stuff and everything. So he's just not. But he gets on the plane, he goes back. So yeah, guys. I'm sorry. This recap is just great because, everybody's just wrapping up, saying their goodbyes, and going back home to America, and everything. And now let's preview the tell-all. So we didn't see Emma and Zia in this episode, but tell-all preview. Like I said, Javon and Anna Lynn looks like he went to the Philippines because they're together. Looks like Forrest and Sheena and Molly. I guess Sheena's back to lying about some money again. So we'll see that. The rumors are true. Trish is pregnant and stuff, and she shows her baby bump and everything. We're gonna figure out what really happened with Aviva and Stig and everything. Lisa and Daniel says that him and Lisa actually got married in Nigeria and stuff. So I'm like, what the heck? So I'm kind of curious to know what happened there. Emma and Zia, this is gonna be typical Emma and Zia drama. We've seen Rick call Zia a fake Muslim, and Zia call Rick a fake father, and Rick snaps saying, "I'm more of a father you'll ever be," and everything. And then we'll have a confrontation between Elise and Emma because they apparently liking the same guy or messing with the same guy. And I have an inkling of the guy that they're talking about. There's been, I don't like to do rumors until they're 100% confirmed, but this rumor is out there. I think Emma has been hanging out with Rob lately, and I'm putting two and two together because I seen like the description for part two of the tell-all saying, talking about Emma and Elise crossing the line, like Elise crossing the line with the guy that she likes and stuff and everything. And I'm kind of, and Elise doesn't really like Rob at Hunt for Love, but then I don't know what happened after that tell-all between the two of them and everything. So, so yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be the tell-all. That's the tell-all preview. We'll see how all that goes. Laura and BeerCon. Michael, looks like Michael and Laura are not friends anymore, and they're gonna be taking jabs at each other. Oh boy, I can't wait. I can't wait. Anyway, guys, that is the end of my review. Thank you guys so much for watching. To all my new subscribers, thank you so much for joining and subscribing to my channel. Hope you guys enjoy my content. Um, I'll be back on tomorrow, and okay, guys, here's the thing. Listen up. I'll be back on tomorrow. I will be a guest co-host on Kiki and Kibit's channel tomorrow at 7, Monday night at 7. I'll be on Kiki and Kibit's channel recapping before the 90 days again. So I'll see you guys over there for that, and then I'll be back on my channel on Tuesday to do the single life. So be on the lookout for that, guys. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow and Tuesday. Love you guys. Bye.